If you make an enemy of a crow today, it may still recognize you years from now. But that is not even the most unsettling part. You might only have bothered a few crows. Yet over time, more and more crows may learn that your face means danger. It sounds like an urban legend. Scientists actually tested it. Researchers at the University of Washington prepared several realistic human masks. One of those faces was assigned a very specific role: the dangerous person. While wearing that mask, researchers captured wild American crows around Seattle, banded them, and then released them. The crows were not learning the identity of one particular researcher. They were learning the face on the mask. Later, someone wearing the same dangerous face walked through the crow's territory again. The birds that had previously been captured immediately began scolding the person, following them, and sometimes attracting other crows to join in. But when researchers wore a different face that had never been associated with capture, the reaction was dramatically weaker. The crows were not simply remembering a person's clothing, body size, or the way they walked. They had connected one particular human face with danger. And that memory lasted. In an early experiment, wild crows were still able to distinguish the dangerous face at least 2.7 years later. But the story became even stranger when researchers kept watching the population. 5 years after the original trapping event, the alarm response had not disappeared. More crows were reacting to the dangerous mask. And knowledge of that face had spread at least 1.2 kilometers from where the experiment began. There was an obvious problem. The scientists had never captured all of those birds. So how did the others know? Other crows taught them. When a crow sees members of its group aggressively scolding a particular person, it can observe the situation and learn that the face may represent a threat. And the information can even move between generations. Researchers observed young crows that had never experienced the original trapping event. After watching their parents scold the dangerous face, some of those young birds began responding to it as well. In other words, for a crow, information that basically means, "Watch out for this person," can spread socially through a population. Scientists later looked inside the crow brain. When crows saw a face previously associated with capture, brain regions involved in visual recognition, attention, learning, fear, and threat responses became active. So when people say crows hold grudges, that may not be the best way to describe what is happening. The crow is probably not sitting in a tree planning revenge. Its brain has stored something much more practical. This face was connected to danger. Remember it. Avoid it next time. And warn the others. That is why, after bothering one crow, the next bird screaming at you might not even be the same one. The remarkable part is not simply that crows can remember a human face. It is that information about that face can move from one crow's brain into another. So here is the question. If an animal can recognize your face, remember it for years, and teach the next generation that you might be dangerous, would you still mess with it? Tell me what you think in the comments. See you next time.